What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're going to be having a look at some interesting data mines from Brandon, who is our recent data miner here in Treasure Cruise community, and shout out to Pappy for compiling this information so we can go ahead and talk about it. So let's go ahead and get into it, because like the info that they gave here, it's not like a lot of info, but it's really interesting because it kind of leads me to believe that the anniversary, it's going to be one of two themings. I did make a tweet about it as well a little bit earlier this morning, but after giving it a pretty good think, I think we're going to have potentially multiple different things going on here. Now, I'll tell you what I mean once we get into it. Let's start things off with the new not free-to-play, he ain't free-to-play, he is going to be a brand new summonable Chopper character. Now, this Chopper is going to be the Egghead Chopper, and he's going to be debuting on a Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest. So, this gives you a brief look at what the Sugo Fest will look like. Apparently, this is the featured banner list. So, it's obviously going to feature the brand new Chopper, who is going to be just a generic Pirate Rumble Rev Recruit. He's not a Sugo Fest exclusive or anything. But at the start of every month, we always have these Rumble banners, so this was making sense. However, the last couple of months, we had the release of S-Hawk and S-Shark. A lot of people had the opinion that S-Bear or S-Snake were going to be debuting as Rumble Legends, but potentially they're going to save that until next month, or maybe those characters are going to be releasing throughout the anniversary period. We'll have to wait and see. But this banner is going to be featuring, it looks like it's going to be maybe Int Cerebral focused or something, because you got Smoker, but then you got like all these three, the Chopper, the Hina, the Crocus, they're all Cerebral units, but Smoker is a Striker-driven Int character. But then you've got Eneru and Apu. These two characters I don't think have not been featured on Rumble banners for quite a while, so I think this is a pretty good decision, and once again, just hammering down on this this massive push of Int characters right before the anniversary. So it's all but confirmed at this point that the anniversary Luffy that we know inevitably is going to be dropping is going to be an Int Fighter Free Spirit or Int Fighter Powerhouse. One of those two makes the most sense at this current point in time. Let's actually talk about what this Chopper does. So shout out to Goldie for the artwork mine, as well as Jobless Brandon for the data mine. So let's go ahead and have a look. So remember, these Rumble units don't really have like good abilities in normal content, really. The special here, 13 turns, bind by 3, and then heals 2000 HP for 3 turns. You're never really using that. The Rumble kit. So this was interesting. 37 CT. Like, this is a good special, but 37 CT is utterly ridiculous. It targets teammates in a medium range for 3 times recovery healing, so he's a more healing focused unit. He targets 3 Int teammates with low HP for a 30% heal. This is really good, by the way, because no matter what HP threshold your characters have, just whichever ones have the lowest HP, it's a guaranteed 30% heal. So you do the heal here, and then you also do additional heal, and then it says if your HP is below 50% when you use the special, targets one other Int teammate with low special CT for a 50% CT reduction. This is a really good utility-focused special, and remember with the release of Vegapunk and Atlas, we've seen a lot of these Int Cerebral characters, and with Atlas specifically, I think Atlas is a really good character in Pirate Rumble. The only real issue is building a very good Int Cerebral-focused squad to make that character work, and this is another character that can help you do that. I think this is a pretty good special, but again, as I said, 37 CT is a little ridiculous, so it is what it is. We have the Rumble passive. Your Int teammates get 6 health, 6 recovery, which is very good for Chopper. The higher his recovery stat, the better this will be. And then Psi-type enemies attack down level 7. And then when teammates are defeated up to 1 time, self special CT up level 5. This is pretty cool. So while he's on the field, anytime one of your other teammates are defeated, he gives himself level 5 CT increase, which can help you offset some of the 37 CT, but that relies on someone dying. So I don't know how you could effectively utilize this. Potentially you could run just a really crappy character on your front line, let them auto defeat to give Chopper the effect of level 5 special CT to himself. Yes, that does require you to run basically one less character on your squad, but that would honestly allow Chopper to consistently launch his special quickly. So I think that might not be a bad strategy. I think that's a pretty viable strategy to run like a random like level 1 character on the front. They defeat very quickly from like basically any attack from the opponent, and then Chopper gets the 5 CT to launch this healing and CT reduction special. Potentially. I mean, you have to be below 50% health, and potentially, we'll see, it says targets 3 Int teammates. I don't think this targets himself, And then this also targets teammates. So it looks like he actually doesn't heal himself. He only heals teammates. So Chopper being below 50% is relatively viable, I think. So remember, this is a 20 cost character. He's just a normal Rumble Rev Recruit, so you can inject this alongside other Sugofest exclusives to build at least somewhat of an interesting kind of cerebral focus team. So there we go. That's the brand new breakdown of the Rumble Rev Recruit Chopper, who's going to be debuting in the next Pyro Rumble banner relatively soon. I don't think we have a confirmed date for this yet, but we'll get info on it soon. But let's go ahead and move on, because there's something else interesting that was teased here. Now, there's going to be a new banner that's going to be dropping. Now, initially, we kind of thought it was going to be a bait banner. However, from what we have found, it looks like it's going to be potentially a free multi. That's what it looks like it's going to be, as you can tell from this image here. Usually, they say one time only for when it is a free multi. And the thing that I want to kind of draw your attention to is the characters that they've selected here. So they've got the anniversary exclusive Blackbeard, they've got Cross Guild, and then Gear 5 Monkey D. Luffy. It is interesting that they decided to put Gear 5 on this banner as well. So on this free multi, there's going to be some lucky individuals out there that are going to get a copy of Gear 5 Luffy for free, which is dope. But also Cross Guild and Blackbeard being available. Now, what do these three characters have in common? Obviously, they are Emperors of the Sea. So I think it's a very, very viable theming for them to go with the 4 Emperors as the anniversary theme. If they do decide to do that, I would be on board for that. I think that would be pretty sick. The only thing is, though, right, is that we just got this Blackbeard in February, and then I think in either February or like late February or early March, whenever it was, we got Cross Guild. So I don't think we're going to get like a new Legend Blackbeard and a new Buggy in the anniversary. But there is obviously another character that isn't featured here, and that is going to be Shanks. And I do think it's relatively viable for Shanks to potentially appear. But also at the same time, like, you know, there's going to be some pretty big, anime episodes coming up in the future that could potentially feature Shanks. Not saying he is, but he may be featured in some way, shape, or form. And a lot of people have been predicting that that would be a very good character to debut as a Super Sugofest exclusive character. The only thing is, though, is that we are actually quite away from that. Like, I believe in terms of manga chapters, I think it's at least 10 chapters away. So, I mean, it's quite a long way before we get that particular appearance, so we'll have to wait and see exactly what they have planned. But I'm not too sure if Solaris has it on here yet. He does. The other thing that kind of led me to believe this is the new PKA Blackbeard that we can all farm for. When you have a look at him, he is interesting in the fact that he does have an EX Super, and this EX Super says that you need to have 2 of the following characters on the crew: Luffy, Shanks, or Buggy, and obviously Blackbeard himself is the character. So that again just shows that this character is also focused around the 4 Emperors, and the fact that this Blackbeard is a free-to-play unit that will be super evolving during the month of May, because as we know, the PKA characters super evolve during the treasure map period. So this Blackbeard's going to super evolve. He wants Luffy, Shanks, and Buggy on the crew to provide him with the EX Super. This makes sense. Another thing that's kind of interesting is if we have a look at the Chopper Man missions that were required for the new co-op quest coming up for the first season. So I really wanted to bring your attention to this. Now, I made this video, when was it? You know, not that long ago, talking about these Chopper Man missions that came out for the co-op quest, right? If we have a look, one of the co-op quests mentions to clear the hardest difficulty with only int fighters or only int powerhouse characters. And then this one, only beat the hardest difficulty with Psi Cerebral or Psi Slasher. And then we had Dex Shooter or Dex Free Spirit. So could we be in a situation where we have Monkey D. Luffy debut as int fighter powerhouse, we have Shanks as a Psi Cerebral Slasher, Dex Shooter Free Spirit, I mean, potentially could be Buggy, I have no idea. It could be an idea, because Buggy being a shooter does make sense. Buggy being Free Spirit is a little bit of a weird choice, but could potentially happen. So it's just interesting to talk about. You know, who knows what is planned at this point. We'll have to wait and see. But I do think that this is a pretty viable theming that could happen. But also due to the fact that we have Egghead Chopper debuting, also leads me to believe that, you know, the anniversary could legit just be Egghead themed. So there's a lot of different ways that it could go, and I'm really interested to see what they have planned. I cannot wait to see what is going to be coming for the anniversary, coming up very, very soon. It's like less than 2 weeks away now, which is insane to think about. That's going to wrap it up from me, though. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about it down below in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.